Civic Legacy Reborn. The 1980s hatchback revolution. Step back in time with the legendary Honda Civic hatchback of the 1980s, a true icon of simplicity, performance, and innovation. This channel celebrates the golden era of Honda engineering, showcasing builds, restorations, rare finds, and the unique culture surrounding this timeless ride. If you love JDM classics, retro speed, and vintage vibes, this is your home. The 1980s Honda Civic hatchback evolution. Restoring a 1985 Honda Civic from scratch. Why the 80s Civic hatchback is still legendary. Rare 1987 Civic hatchback found after 30 years. JDM culture. Honda Civic hatchback history. Top modifications for 80s Honda Civic fans. Driving a classic 1980s Civic in 2025. Civic hatchback versus modern Honda, which wins? How Honda redefined hatchbacks in the 1980s. Iconic JDM cars. The 80s Civic hatchback story. Hashtag Honda Civic. Hashtag Civic hatchback. Hashtag JDM classic. Number 80 scars. Hashtag retro Honda. Hashtag Civic build. Hashtag vintage cars. Hashtag Honda lovers. Hashtag car restoration. Hashtag old school JDM. Hashtag Civic Nation. Hashtag Auto Legends. Hashtag Classic Cars. Hashtag Honda Heritage. Hashtag JDM Vibes. Honda Civic, Civic Hatchback, JDM Classic, 1980s Cars, Retro Honda, Vintage Civic, Classic JDM, Honda Restoration, Civic Build, Old School Cars, Honda Lovers, Hatchback Culture, Japanese Cars, Civic Nation, Auto Legends, Classic Car Scene, 80s Car Lovers, Honda Performance, Civic Fans, Retro Hatchback. Honda Civic 1980s, Civic Hatchback 1985, JDM Honda Classics, Vintage Honda Civic, Old School Civic Builds, Classic Honda Restoration, Retro Civic Car, 80s Hatchback Culture, Civic 1987 Model, Honda 80s Style, JDM Retro Car, Iconic Civic Japan, Best 80s Honda, Honda Heritage Classics, 1980s Japanese Cars, Civic Build Project, Civic Car Fans, Retro Honda Enthusiasts, Civic Classic Japan, 80s Honda Performance.